this is Footballer TV and we're at the Home Depot Center where the LA Galaxy train every day for 1 hour before you get to see their magic on the field. We were here interviewing footballer Sean Franklin, number 5 defender on the LA Galaxy. Hey, it's Herceny Del Cid and I'm here with Sean Franklin of the LA Galaxy, and we're actually where the magic happens. So what happens here?
This is where we train every day. This is where we prepare for our games on the weekend.
How is that for a footballer lifestyle where you have to come to practice every day? Is that difficult for you, or is it something you're used to now?
It's easy because when you love something that you do for your job, it's easy to get up and go to work, and not a lot of people can say they get to go kick a soccer ball around.
Where is your favorite city to play?
Besides LA, I like playing in Seattle. They have a huge crowd there. I want to say they always sell out 36,000. The atmosphere is good, and also we have a pretty good record when we go play there.
Okay, and how long have you been playing for the LA Galaxy?
I'm currently in my 5th season.
5th season? And what's the biggest difference you've seen in the fans here at the Home Depot Center?
Just every year it's getting better and better. My first year we didn't have a really good year. We were last in our conference, but our fans have stuck with us. Last year we won the MLS Cup, and that was probably my favorite game here. The fans were amazing, and this year they're just the same.
What's your favorite place in Los Angeles?
Favorite place in Los Angeles? Hollywood's nice. A lot of stuff that goes on there. Santa Monica is nice. I know LA is a big city. Currently right now I live in downtown, and downtown's a great place too. They got LA Live down there. They got a bunch of venues and events that go on, and LA is just a great city.
And how often do you go to the beach?
Not that often. I try to get there, when I can. I'm actually going to be moving towards the beach soon, so I'm trying to kind of get out a little bit more.
So you're from downtown to the ocean?
Downtown to the marina, yes, to work on my tan.
To work on your tan, since you're from LA, you follow basketball, right?
Yes.
Is that one of your favorite sports, or what's your other favorite sport?
Basketball. I was playing basketball when I was growing up. I was playing soccer and basketball at the same time. As you can see, I'm not 6'8", so I decided to stick with soccer.
And who's your favorite basketball team in Los Angeles?
So I don't have a favorite LA team. I'm a Portland Trailblazers fan, but I do watch Laker games. My friends give me crap for it because they're like, you always watch your games, you should be a Laker fan, you're from LA. But I like to say, I like going to Clippers games too.
Clippers? So yeah. Lakers or Clippers?
Clippers.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Favorite player on the Clippers?
Favorite player on the Clippers? CP3.
CP3. And LA Angels or LA Dodgers?
Dodgers.
Favorite player?
Favorite player? I like Kemp. Matt Kemp.
Do you watch hockey?
I do watch hockey. I watch the Stanley Cups. Obviously the Kings won it. I just got into hockey last year. I went to 2 games last year, and I didn't realize hockey was that fun actually being at the games, because at home it's a little different vibe, but going to a couple of the playoff games this year was pretty amazing.
Do you think that applies to soccer for the people that refuse to go to a game or just not interested in it?
It definitely does. My friends have always said that it's so different, seeing you live than it is just on TV, because just the atmosphere of the fans, and it's always more intense when you're at the game. And I feel like that's mostly the view people have for almost all sports. It's always funner when you're right there in the action.
What about those who refuse and call soccer one of the most boring sports?
They got to be open-minded. I'm open to all sports. Like I said, I've never been to a hockey game until last year. Now, I wouldn't even mind getting season tickets for it.
How do you deal with LA traffic?
Like you said, you just deal with it. Living here, you got to know that there's going to be traffic. Doesn't matter if it's 8 in the morning, 8 at night. Even there's more traffic sometimes, even after 10 o'clock. It's something you got to deal with it. People always talk about it. Players who are from the East Coast that are now on our team, and they're like, "How you deal with this traffic?" I mean, I lived there my whole life, so you kind of just gotta deal with it.
Do you ever get angry or lick people off?
No, I'm not a big road rage kind of person because it's expected.
Is it difficult to keep a relationship, a romantic relationship?
Yeah. I've been in a couple since being with the Galaxy, and it's tough. You want to hang out with the person you're with as much as you can, and it's tough when you go on the road for a few days, or even you go on a longer road trip where you're gone for a week. It's tough to make time for that person, and they got to realize that that comes with the job.
And what about your family? How often do you see them?
I see my mom almost every weekend. I mean, when we have home games, and also she goes away for away games, so I see her often. I talk to her often. I try to see my grandmother when I can. When I go get haircuts in Memphis, I try to stop by and say hello. My sister lives close.
Do you have a girlfriend right now?
I don't have a girlfriend right now. Do
you have a preference in women?
I like all women. It doesn't matter what race you are. I'm huge on brunettes, but I wouldn't turn down a blonde. But yeah, I love all women.
All women.
All women.
Barcelona or Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
Why?
Because I'm a big fan of Real. I like Ozil. I like Marcelo. I like the goalie. They're just a good team, and I like Barca too. But everyone expects Barca to win everything, and it was nice this year that Real got to be atop of the Spanish league.
So what do you look forward to when you play against a team like Tottenham or Real Madrid?
Just good football. Last year we played against Man City and Real Madrid, and it was some of the best footballers we have to play with, and that's what I enjoy, is playing with the best players. And not a lot of people can say they got to run at Cristiano Ronaldo or play against a guy like Antonio. Gareth Bale is a great player. It's going to be a fun time playing these two games.
Did you watch the Euro Cup?
I did. I watched almost every game.
And who were you rooting for at the beginning?
I was going for the Netherlands. I thought they were going to be the favorites. I don't think they got far.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they're awful. I thought my favorite player who's on Arsenal right now, but I don't know if he'll be there anymore. Robert Van Persie. I thought he was going to show up and score some goals, but apparently he didn't. And then towards the end of the tournament, I kind of wanted Spain. I wanted to see Spain and Germany in the finals. That's what I thought it was going to be. Obviously, with Spain and Italy, and Spain, with the players they have, the makeup of Barca and Real Madrid players, they got a good squad.
Did you ever think Italy could probably beat Spain?
Maybe. The way they won the game before, Balotelli scoring those great goals, they had the momentum, I say, going into the finals, and Spain didn't. It's not like they really dominated that much in their games, but Spain is the defending champs. There's a reason why.
Will you be watching the Olympics?
I will. Of course I will.
What's your favorite sport, or your favorite sports?
Favorite sports to watch? I'm definitely gonna check out the track and probably the swimming.
Swimming?
A little bit of the basketball, but I know our team's probably gonna dominate like we usually do. I know we don't have like a really big guy this year, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be good to see them do.
What about for soccer?
Soccer, I'll probably watch some of it. Yeah, get a chance to.
The U.S. isn't in it. Is there any other country in?
See, it's kind of hard to watch it when your own country's not in it. So that's why I didn't choose soccer. I'll probably watch maybe some games.
Would you mind teaching me a few moves?
I can show you a few moves.
What is your job as a defender for people who don't really watch soccer?
Make sure no one runs past you or gets past you or scores you, basically. You're on the last lines of defense, and once they get past you, it's just them and the goalie. So our job is to make sure that nothing's going to be behind us and no player's going to beat us one-on-one.
And what's your jersey number?
Number 5.
Why?
I've been 5 since growing up.
So watch for number 5 on the LA Galaxy, Sean Franklin.
So
Sean Franklin from the LA Galaxy. You're watching Footballer TV.